Fellow friends, subscribers, anglers, creators, YouTubers, what's going on? I ain't got a lot of time. Storms are coming in. We're going to try to do some fishing today. Do a little bass fishing, you know, nothing too special, nothing. Top water, I mean, overcast, you know, icky, yucky, stormy stuff. But we're going to give this a shot, folks. We are going to give this a shot. Guys are obviously just tuning in. Gone on the old buzzbait, and I'm going to be trying a little froggy frog down here. I'm waiting for some booty toads, but we already have someone in. Danny, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Yeah, I know I had to, wow. Not sure why that is. Not sure why that is, Danny. Sorry about that. I was going through some of my mods. I might have, you know, done that by accident. Sorry about that. Rob Wilson, thanks for coming in. Thank you. Yeah, we got just a little bit of time. And Rob Wilson says, hi, brother. And Mike, my wrench, I have no idea, Danny. I was removing a few of my, you know, temporary mods. I might have hit you by accident. Sorry. But you're back. Sorry about that, Danny. Yeah, we've got on. We're going to try some top water fishing. I mean, it looks like water temperature's got to be in the 50s. About the perfect time to throw the old buzzbait around. Don't know, but we're going to find out. Oh, that was a bust at it. Right there by the bank. I mean, it wasn't very big a bass, but he went after it. Yeah, that was like a little half pounder. Hang on, Reel, give me a break. What's going on with it? Yeah, got to do some my reel here. Not really casting great. There it goes. There it goes finally. Yeah, I had something that was going on with it. Sorry about that. That's getting a little close. That was a nice little 8 or 10 inch bass. Just busted up at it. Try to get something's attention down here. I also have on a little froggy frog. Yeah, I gotta get out when I can. Let's try that little froggy frog over here just for a minute. What the heck? Let's try that little froggy frog. Yeah, I got a little frog on. Nothing special. It's just a little frog somebody gave me. Like, I never caught a fish on that in my life. Well, I could try it. What's worse that could happen? Can't catch anything on it? Yeah, this sucker sinks. Obviously, this sucker sinks. All right, first thought, we had a little bust on it. Yeah, this frog, it don't work so great, but I think she's still gonna work, I think. Much more slower presentation than the buzzbait. Maybe I can get, usually if you cast in this lake one of the two, you might get something. Yeah, I think, oh, that was a bust at it. Ooh, he was underneath it. That was interesting. I think that was the same bass. It's kind of a small guy, though. We're going to keep moving, folks. I'll check the chat when we move down to the next spot. We ain't moving very far at a time, just inch by inch. Inch by inch, folks. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going to have out here to fish, so we're going to fish. And let's see, Justin, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Wow, I got a lot of folks in right now. See Danny, Rod Wilson, and let's see, Swicky Fam Outdoors, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. And NJ Guard, what is going on? Teresa, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's actually about 55 degrees out here right now, so it's not really that comfortable. WA, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. And Joshua, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Unlimited, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're just doing some bass fishing. I mean, this looks too perfect not to throw the old buzzbait around. Had one bust at it already, plus one come up for the frog, so might be on the right track here. Just got to get him to take it. Yeah, there wasn't a drop of wind when I stepped down here. Now look at it. Yep, she's blowing pretty good now. I got to compensate for the wind. There wasn't a drop of wind out here just a minute ago. If you check on the feed the first few seconds, I was nothing down here. Now I got a wind blowing. This was just an idea. I had no idea of whether or not this is going to work. I have no idea. Water's up pretty good down here, obviously. Probably should put on a little rooster tail on my other rod instead of the frog. Missed that cast by about a foot. Yep, did it again. I haven't cast a buzzbait in a while. Gotta remember to compensate for the wind every single cast. Got some spinnerbaits coming in the mail, but right now, the only blade bait I got is a buzzbait. Should work. I mean, the water temperature's got to be in the low 50s. That's about the right temperature for a topwater to start working. Of course, these bass are a little weird. It'd be 105 degrees out here and they'd be hitting topwater. I think I might put a rooster tail on that other one instead of the frog. But I'm going to leave the buzzbait on this one. We got maybe an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 before she starts pouring down rain, thunder and lightning. So you guys know how I am with thunder and lightning. All right, take a couple more casts with this. I'll grab my gear and we will get that rooster tail on when I'll check the chat. In fact, I actually checked the chat first. Yep, now the wind died again. Yeah, we've obviously got some storms coming in. That shifting wind like that, that's a good telltale. It's going to storm down very, very soon. I'm not sure if I should go this way or that way, because this way there's usually more bass, but at the same time, these ones are fished for more than that other spot. Just kind of trying to call them to the surface is basically. First cast, I had something bust up at it. Didn't look like to be more than about maybe a half-pound bass, but would have been nice if the sucker hit. Backlash, Michael. Yeah, that cast don't count. She looks okay. Let's reel a little slower. Just get that little wake underneath the water. That might be what we need to do today. Since that water temperature is, just on the borderlines. All right, let's check that chat and I'll get get that rooster tail on that other rod. Let's see. Where did I leave off here? WA. Teresa says, Pierre Coops, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. And Nikki, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Pike for sure. These are probably going to be largemouth bass and stuff. So nobody really, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. And Crystal, what's going on? Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it took me about 6 cups of coffee to get positive attitude this early in the dang morning. And I looked, it's supposed to be raining the majority of the day. So I figured I gotta get out now. Yep. If I'm gonna get out, I gotta get out now. I don't think the frog is the trick. I think that that buzz bait might get something, but yeah, that frog is just not gonna do it. Any one of my little rooster tails. Any color will suffice. Anyone. Anyone. There's a topper, but I don't know about the hooks on that. Just give me a minute here, folks. I gotta find one in here. All right, evidently I don't see any on the bottom of the box. So I might have to go digging for one of these suckers. Yeah, I gotta go digging for them. I don't know where one is, but I'll find one here quickly enough. I got enough of them in here. It's one of Steve's jigs. A couple of weights. And there's one. Found one. I figured there'd be one around here somewheres. Let's see. Fishing with Domingo. What is going on? An outdoor fan. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? What's going on here is we're getting some storms very, very soon. And I didn't do a live feed yesterday. And I know how YouTube is. I got to get out and get out fishing, you know. And I'm kind of hoping these overcast temps and days that we've been having might pull some bass up to the surface, but I don't know. We're fixing to find out. Let's see. Outdoor fan says, "Hey, how's it going, Mike?" Yeah. Come on, you little sucker. Get through that eye. There we go. I've got to remember when I'm tying a hook on, I'm doing it with one eye. Sounds simple enough, but it ain't. Sucker's hard to see. Especially with this like 8-pound floral I got on this one spool. Yeah, we're gonna do as much fishing as Mother Nature will allow, which is up to her whether or not she allows me to fish for a little while, or she's gonna pour down rain. Please, Mother Nature, let me fish for a while, please, please. Trim up this line, and we'll cast this rooster tail around a bit. Just a little bit more. All right, that's good. Yeah, I'm getting some spinner baits in the mail and some other type of stuff. And walleye, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. What is going on? Boy, that sounds irritating, even to me. I haven't got the positive nature quite yet. I'm like, oh, I want to go back to bed. Nope, Michael, gotta fish. Gotta fish, gotta fish, gotta fish. Get my scooter so I don't leave it lying around somewhere. Get this over by us. I have no idea of how long it's gonna go without raining. We are going to give it a shot. All right, I got a little rooster tail on. Just a little short truce and bronze rooster tail. Nothing that special. Little sucker still casts. Reel's a little stiff from being down on the river for days, but Like I can still feel it. Oh, the fish on. Hey, no skunk. Little hybrid. Hi, buddy. Boy, that's a cute little guy. Ain't no skunk. Well, look at the colors on that pretty little guy. That's a hybrid. See, buddy? Thank you. No skunk. No skunk. The Army Mom, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Walleye says Crystal. And Walleye says Army Mom. Hey, I'm not going to complain. I've been stuck indoors for a couple days, so I'm not going to complain. Yeah, this reel is just stiff as heck being on the river. Using it for down there in the sand and crap. Pop. Yeah, the buzzbait was just a possibility. Get off it, you little sucker. Ugh. Yeah, there's a type of, algae growth that gets this sticks. They just don't decompose during the wintertime. That stuff grabs onto your line and will not let go. There we go. Just have to tear it to pieces. All right, a couple more casts with the rooster tail. We'll move down a little bit more. And I'll check the chat again. See, where do I want to cast it? Like in there shallow? Yep, in there pretty shallow. It's in there real shallow. Crap on it. Yeah, I'm not going to complain. Already caught one little hybrid bluegill. Had a bust up at the buzzbait. I didn't even know if I was going to get out today. It was just kind of, Michael, just go. Just go. Let's move down a little bit. I'll check that chat again. This looks like a nice little point spot here. Line cast back and forth. Actually going to tip over if I do it like that. I need to pull her down a little bit. All right, what have I missed in chat? And let's see. Chris, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. What bait am I using? I'm using a buzz bait and I'm using a rooster tail. Chris says, howdy. And let's see, Chris says, should catch a few with that. Yeah, we caught one little bluegill so far, hybrid. So I have one bust up at the old buzz bait. It's like 55 degrees. The water temperature is probably about the same. It's not exactly the perfect time for a buzzbait, but it's just starting. So I'm hoping. Should be close. We got some storms coming in, so we're before and after a storm because we had storms yesterday. Yeah, it's kind of a weird time to be doing it. So I don't know. I'm gonna try. There's some big bass in this lake. Just depends upon if they're in here feeding. Usually I'd be using like a spinnerbait or something down here, but I'm out of them and I'm ordering some in the mail. They're coming. I think they're going to be coming like the 3rd of the month. So my last spinnerbait down here died a gruesome death at a 2.5 pound largemouth. He popped the hook out and that just snapped in two. Mind you, I've had that spinnerbait for about 2 years or something. So it ain't like hasn't caught its fair share of largemouth. Oh, yeah, that was just a little bass. There might be some smaller ones in here. There, just another little pop up at it from behind. What I'm doing is I'm kind of casting that buzz bait, see if there's any bigger bass around, and if there's not, then I'll take the rooster tail and I'll cast it back through the spot. A lot of times that buzz bait will get them, worked up too, even if they don't hit it. We don't have a whole lot of time before it starts, storming. So I usually do my feeds around, noon, 1 o'clock, but I don't. Yeah, Mother Nature is going to be pouring down rain at that time. So I got to get out when I can. I've caught some decent bass out of this lake already this year. And I haven't even scratched the surface of the ones that are in here. Ooh, yeah, that was a little guy. Jeez. Hooked him. Oh, boy. That's a sardine. But that's a target species. I get up real close, make him look like he's a monster. Kept feeling him hitting. Oh, boy. Yeah, that was a little sardine. Let's see, Jay Fishing, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we have to go all the way back here. See, Crystal said, yep, rooster tail. And let's see, I'm in South Carolina. It's getting that time here too. Yeah, I'm hoping. I've had a couple busted that buzzbait, but they seem to be small right now. Let's see. Indiana Chris says, hello. Hello, everyone. What's going on? And Back Mountain Outdoors, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Back Mountain says, sup at me, P. Purnell, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we've caught 2 fish, but together they wouldn't have weighed a pound. About 3/4 of a pound if you put both them suckers together. Oh, that's a little bluegill. Yeah, this is a single hooked, barbless rooster tail. This is the same rooster tail I use for trout fishing. The little rooster tail. Like a 1/8 or 1/16 or something. It's a tiny, it's small. I might have been better to go over and fish for trout, but this lake is so much more peaceful this time of the year. People assume the fish aren't hitting yet, but that's just because they haven't stocked it. There's still plenty of fish in this lake from last year. Plus, there's species of fish that reproduce on their own, so they're not bothered. Take one more cast with the rooster tail, and we'll move down further. Oop, that's a. Come on, buddy, hit it. Dang it. Like 3 pops there, and he still missed it. I take that cast again. Get just a little bit further down here. Oh, yeah, this muck down here is a little. I'm standing, basically my feet are in half the water, as I got to get a good angle on these spots. All right, let's move down again. Let's move down again. I'm hoping to get 2 hours out here. I really am, but I wouldn't be too surprised if I only get about an hour, hour and a half. She is like, yeah, she looks like she's mad. Yeah, the stuff, it just not really great out here right now. The looks pretty. Yeah, it looks like she's gonna pour on down on my butt any minute. A little muck on it, don't I? Does look very nice out here, does it, folks? There are a lot of different ways you can work a buzzbait rather than just, reel it in real fast. Especially kind of like mucky water I've got right down here. If they're moving a little slower, you can kind of pop that up at the surface. You can, all right, one more cast with the buzzbait. I'll check the chat, and then we'll switch back to the rooster tail. What the heck? Let's take one more cast, except back that way, where I've been over. It's pretty early in the morning still. It's only like 9:30, 10 o'clock, so should be about the perfect time for these guys. That's why I put on the rooster tail, just in case I can't get these suckers to come up to the surface. See, stay fishing. Yeah, Crystal says good. Wow, the chat's been moving, ain't it? The one says, I seen that too. And should be, yeah, it should be a bang on soft plastics. Yeah, I'm waiting for something to come in the mail. I've got some rage tails and some rage craws and some booty toads coming from Steve Turner CropManjigs.com. Yeah, so it's I think that's coming on like the 3rd, so we'll be getting that very soon. Crystal says good idea, and Unlimited says day fishing. Yeah, that's all I got right now is a rooster tail. I've got some soft plastics, but they're all torn up and everything, and just kind of trying to figure out where I want to cast. Usually this lake is really good with something like a Colorado spinnerbait, because this water is really mucky down here, colored. Especially after those rains we've been having. You kind of got to get a good angle down here, so you got to get down by the water. Crap on there, don't I? Dang it. That'll ruin your cast. Little stick. Little friggin' stick. Yeah, I can see right over there is one of those storm fronts, one of those what do you call them, when the rain, when you can actually see the rain coming. Yep, I can see it down there. Oh, come on. That's like twice it should have been hooked. Dang it. I've got him that time. Deshaun got him. Oh, he pulled off. Dang, that was a nice little bass. Crap. Ah. That was a nice little 8-10 incher. Dang it. I don't like to hurt these fish, so I like to go weedless them with a single hook on these rooster tails. But that means you're going to lose a few. But it also means even if they get this little rooster tail down in their gills, you can just push back on it. It comes right out. That was a nice little bass. Oh, Lord. That one could have ate the last one I caught. Not sure why I missed him. I'm quite literally standing in water right now to try to get the right angle in these spots. That little sucker kind of dove into that stuff right there by the bank, and he pulled right off. You guys are kind of far away, aren't you? I have to move you guys closer. I have to go down and get my stuff first. Hang on, folks. Might as well put my other cell phone out. I don't need the additional extra cell phone if it's cloudy or overcast, because I can see the screen without that glare. Now, when you got backup cell phone, you can actually see that the chat and everything, because obviously you can put that in the shadows, and you can see it pretty much anywhere you sit. Just turn towards your shadow, and oh, there's a chat. I caught 2 little fishies so far. Missed a good one. That was probably about a half pound, 3/4 of a pound. Wasn't a monster, but sure would have been nice to get the sucker in. I got him right to the surface and he popped off. Tell you the truth, I'm not even supposed to ride this scooter when it's wet, because this sucker it's electrical, so I reach point. Yep. Let's go here and I'll check the chat out again. See, this whole lake, there's one person on this entire lake fishing. I love it this time of the year. Now, once they stock this with catfish, she changes pretty quick. Come on, zoom in. There we go. And David, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. We also have Izzy. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Unlimited says Jay Fishing. And David says MVP. Yeah, we're trying to get some fishing in before it starts pouring down rain on us again. I got a little buzz bait out here. The water temperature should be in the low 50s. Just about the right time for bass to start, moving towards the surface. Caught one little bass so far, one little bluegill. Or a hybrid bluegill, actually. Those things are they get way bigger in this lake, at least. I'm just waiting for just something to blow up at this thing. Probably not going to happen, but every cast I'm hoping. There's a few little schools of shad up at the surface, but not many. Just enough that maybe there's a bass coming up here. Let's take a few casts with that rooster tail. I think that buzzbait, if anything, it's one thing that's going to get these suckers, riled up. There may be a 3 or 4 pound largemouth sitting there, and he's not moving much, and that buzzbait just pissing him off. And then you cast a little rooster tail in front of him, and pow! Like he's just a little too lazy to come up to the surface to get the buzzer. But the little rooster tail goes by him, and yep. And we got some more things coming in the mail. We just a few little things I could afford, thanks to donations to the channel, PayPal, Cash App. It makes things so that I can buy a few some fishing gear for you folks, so that I can catch some better fish, along with some weights and some hooks, so I can fish the river better. Yeah, this spot looks so good, and it is during the summertime when this crap grows up around here. Right now, it's like overfished because this looks too good. It sticks out to everybody. So everybody fishes it, so they get spooky down here. Mind you, if I had like a rage craw or some type of bottom bouncer, I'd be killing them down here right now. But I gotta wait for the stuff to come in the mail. Obviously, they do not sell that kind of stuff at Walmart, and the ones that do are like way out of the city, not within the bus or scooter range. The closest Walmart actually is like 20 miles away. Oop, that's a little. What the heck? You guys saw that? It's just that was something big right up at the surface. Just he had it too. That was something really big out there. Well, I know what those are. I know what's going on. I had a little crappie or something hooked out there, and something come up after him, and just chase that little sucker across the surface of the water. That might be where the bass are sitting, them bigger ones. Because what I did was I had a little crappie or something hooked, and when I hooked it, it obviously did something weird, and there was something out there like a bigger bass that just chased that sucker, and all you saw was the wake of that sucker going across the surface. It's weird. Take a couple more casts with Rooster Tail. Check the chat. I think I got a little spot right here. I'm gonna see if I can hook some of these fish. They're not very big out there, but feel like little bass or little crappie or something. No real shoreline. I can get a better angle here to get a better cast. Pop. Fish on, got him. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. A nice little crappie. That's our third species so far today. Beautiful little crappie. I think you guys were on the wrong angle, weren't you? Crap. I'm not sure if you could see that or not. Yeah, you guys could. Beautiful little guy. See you, buddy. I think I found a school of them suckers out there. Get the camera a little closer and we can do some fishing. And Julie, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Paranormal Walks, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Purnell says hi, Julie. And Julie says hi, Mike. Hey, y'all. Let's see, 7 people in, 36 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Yeah, we found a few fish out here. Should probably tie on one of Steve's jig heads. I think I might have found a nice little school of crappie out here. Yeah, we've caught 3 species: crappie, bluegill, and largemouth. We missed a much better largemouth down there, unfortunately. That one popped out on me. That's what happens when you use like weedless hooks. I mean, weightless, barbless hooks. I still ain't giving up on that buzzbait. We're gonna, with the way this is just almost like glass down here, there's got to be one big old bass sitting up by the surface, just wanting to hit pop at that buzzer. I'd like to. Oh crap! Get off it! Fighting the shoreline sometimes is tricky. You ought to see this when this is grown up. This stuff really covers up this stuff, shorelines. Not a nice day already. 3 nice little lake species I don't see around much. Little largemouth, little hybrid bluegill, crappie. A crappie wasn't bad. It's got like 8 or 9 inch. Oop, popped it. You can feel with this floral, you can feel every little nip. You might not hook them, but you can feel them. Oh, pop. Dang, come on, buddy, hit it. I still want to put on a crappie jig right now, but the name of this title is the Topwaters. I'm working this rooster tail right up at the surface. I'm working it like a little wake bait. Popped it again. One more cast and I'll come check the chat. That's getting out there pretty good now. Let's come check the chat out here. I forgot how much tiring this is. Anthony, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. And Ben Fork, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Ben Fork says, good luck today, Mike. I appreciate that. We're gonna try to do as much fishing as we can. There's quite literally, I can see rain within about a mile of us. And that, of course, that's down by the river. That's another reason why I didn't go out fishing down the river. And Anthony says, hello, Mike. Yeah, we're catching fish. They might not be as big as I'd hope, but heck, you can't always get the monsters. 40 thumbs up already. Awesome, folks. Yeah, there are a lot of like small to medium-sized fish hitting the surface out there, just kind of suspended out there deeper. You reset the chat here so I know where I moved to and everything. All right. Probably going to move this down just a little bit more. Kind of change up our angle here. Give it a little back view, which means I got to zoom her back in. Come on, zoom in. Zoom in. There we go. Every time I move that camera, I got to make her zoom in. Crap. Let's see. About right. That time it didn't cast. Yeah, that buzzbait is just a hope. I'm hoping it's just going to be late enough for them to want to hit it. Just going to be at the temperatures, but I don't know. We're just getting something nosing at that on the way in. Feels like something good, too. Let's take a couple casts with this buzzbait down on the shoreline again. I had one blow up on this, but it wasn't very big bass. It was like a little half-pounder. But that gives me an idea. Maybe they're getting close to that surface, but not quite. So if I work just right underneath that surface, maybe I can get one to come up. Because you can work a buzzbait so it's just barely underneath the water. Sometimes you want it to come up, sometimes you don't. Pick my eye off. That's real smart, Michael. That's where I've been wanting it. Well, it looks really nice. There are some bigger fish hitting out there deeper, too. They're just suspended out there deep. All right, one more cast. We'll move down to this this rock face concrete thingy down here. It's a handicap access point. All right. Move down again. I figured if I was gonna do this, I had to do it. Figured if I was gonna go out, I had to get out of here. And let's see, Fat Cat, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, Penot Fishing, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Savannah says, how is everyone? And Purnell says, Fat Cat. Fat Cat says, Thunderstuck, what's up? She does a friggin' big shot. Shot good. Fat Cat says, Justin, brother. Get our gear and move over. Get our gear and move over. She feels like Jackson getting colder out here. I can't, I was like 60 degrees when I woke up this morning. It's like 50 now. Wind's starting to blow and yeah, she's starting to get colder and colder down here. That's weird. All right, check the camera feed. Make sure my rooster tail's straight, obviously. I've hooked enough fish on this. I've worn the paint off 3 times over. I quite literally repainted this thing with nail polish and keep wearing the crap off. I have like 3 rooster tails left. I have no trouble hook rooster tails. Besides, I won't want to use any of them down here with these smaller bass and stuff anyways. They too much of a danger of them taking that hook too deep. Yeah, we're getting out when we can. There's some storms coming quick, so get as much live time and as much fishing in and as many fish on as I can catch during said time. Well, I would kill for a good spinnerbait right now. That last one I put together, it only lasted a trip, but it was spare parts and everything, so bits and pieces of every spinnerbait that fell apart on me over the years. Blade from one, spinner from another. She worked. It was just there's parts of it that were already pretty much worn out. So I had a spot over there. I had like 3 crappie hooked. I only landed 1. I do like this lake this time of the year. I'm the only person left on this lake. There was one person out here when I came out here and they gave up too. A lot of trash in this lake, but you got to understand the majority of it's just like plastic bags and stuff that blow in from the main street. But you know, I don't know what that was. He popped it though. I just didn't get a hook into him. Wasn't very big, but it wasn't very small either. Felt like a bluegill. You can always find something in this lake that's willing to hit. These fish are almost tame in this lake. I mean, they're even the bass. I've caught them over the years. Caught them from little babies all the way up to 8-10 pounds. So they're used to me catching them. Oh, there's another little guy. Boy, that's a little guy. What do I got? And oh, popped off right at the bank. That was another little guy. That was my fault. I let the line slack twice. Oh, got him that time. That's a little bigger bass. That's a bigger bass. Yeah, that's a little bigger. That's a nice little quarter pounder. Quarter pounder with cheese. Mayonnaise, mustard on top. Lettuce and tomatoes. Boy, these are off really healthy bass too. I mean, just not a little mark on them. Just beautiful little fish. See you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, now we're starting to get to a few bigger fish. And Chaos Go, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. And Justin is going on. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Danny says, hey, Fat Cat. Have I missed anybody in chat? Anthony, Purnell, yep, everyone seems okay. Let's see, Chaos with Thunderstuck. And Justin with the fish on, yep. Hey, we've been in it. I can't believe it. I got an hour worth of fishing out here. It ain't rained yet. Woohoo! Yeah, it's a nice little quarter pounder. Nice little 8 or 10 inch bass. Crap. What I get for not watching where my line was. Yeah, that was just on the little one, like 1/16 ounce rooster tail. Used to weigh a little bit more, but keep wearing the dang paint off of it. Yeah, I just really had to slow that one down. That's the size of the one that busted up at that buzzbait over there, but they're not quite ready to come to the surface as of yet. The temperature's just at the range where they're gonna. Oh crap! Don't tell me I got that pipe over there. Hopefully that'll come off. Yep, it did. Yeah, there's a pipe that sticks out over there. You guys don't know that. I'm rolling this little rooster tail right over that pipe. And every once in a while, even with a barbless hook, you're going to get snagged on it. As long as you don't set the hook into it too badly, because it is rusted iron, usually pops off on you. That's our second largemouth of the day. We've also caught a nice little crappie, a little hybrid bluegill. Heck, not a bad hour's worth of fishing so far. I did not think I was even going to get out today. And I ain't even got a full charge. I only got like 80% charge. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to get out more than an hour or two. Knock on wood. Yeah, I'm watching over there. That's like one of those little storm fronts over there. One of the little storm fronts over there that you could see where the clouds kind of turn into moisture. Or it's just pouring down rain over there. That's the Mississippi River over there, so you can understand it. Yeah, that fish was so close to the surface that when he hit it, I actually saw the boil. So they're that close to the surface. Nice looking bass. Thanks, Purnell. Yeah, there are some really healthy fish in this lake. There really is. It's a little shallow point there, but it goes a little deeper right about there, and it starts getting shallow again. The majority of this lake is like 3 or 4 feet deep, but there is a channel out there that's like 8 or 10 feet. And it's right up in the middle of the lake. It's only about maybe 3 feet wide. Of course, it runs pretty much the length of this entire lake. You can really see it when the water gets clear during the wintertime. You can just, I know exactly where it is. It's just, the only bait that I've got in my box that might hit it is a big old chatterbait. And I wouldn't get more than 2 or 3 reels before I was through it anyways. And I don't think they're in that channel at all. The water's too warm. They might be sitting down on the bottom, you know, close to cover, but I think that stuff's closer to the shorelines. And there's quite literally no structure out here in deeper water. I mean, every kind of structure that they're hitting by is right by the bank, because that's the only stuff here. Sticks and gobs of algae and rocks. It's all right by the bank. Oh, that was a come off. Ah, little guy though. Yeah, that was a little guy. Try that again. That wasn't very big. A lot of those are a little crappie out there deeper. They're just tough to keep hooked. Oh, did it again. Our next spot is probably going to be that on that right side over there. That fish shifted 3 times and never did get the hook in his mouth. Bing, 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 bing. Of course, that little bass, that one bass I just caught, he barely did the same thing. He pecked it through 2 or 3 times. I'll grab the buzzbait and bring it with us too. I think if anything, the buzzbait's going to be, you know, kind of irritating them. So hopefully they'll hit something. Moving, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving. Yeah, it's actually like, it can't be over 50 degrees out here right now. Dang it, where I want to put the cameras is water. Crap. Well, I don't think you guys mind. You guys mind if I set you down right on the edge of the water here? Yeah, I don't think you mind. Who do we have in? Oregon. Get back to the fishing. Yeah, I don't have much of a camera view here, unfortunately. I'm wondering, should I put it over on this angle? But then you don't really see much. I don't know. I've never actually tried to do camera footage around this stuff. So I'm still trying to learn the best camera angles. I think you'd probably be better off over here. That looks pretty good. I know right where that point is as far as I can go to the left. Now let's take the old buzzbait again. Take care of a few casts over here. Right in the tree, Michael. Come out though. Crap. Yeah, there's stuff in the way. There are a lot of little frogs in this lake. I mean, a lot of frogs. So if something comes off the water, right off the edge, if there's a bass sitting there, he thinks, bullfrog, dinner. Mr. Tail. Get off the tip, please. Get off the tip. One of the negative things about carrying your gear around all over the lake is you're wound up going to get this suckers snagged up on the tips a lot. I try to keep a low profile when I'm doing this too. Try to keep close to the water because these fish are used to seeing me. If they don't see me, they don't know I'm here. But if I'm standing up making a lot of ruckus, yeah, they're definitely a little more shy. A little crud on it. Yeah, now a little leafy on there. That'll mess your bass. Don't like leaf fish. None of the fish like leaf fish. They're a rogue. They're a rogue species. Evasive. The only thing that eat leaf fish are grass carp. I don't think they like them. Come on. Sucker just keeps nipping at it, nipping at it, nipping at it. Take a cast over by this wall. I never get anything over here. You'd look like this would be the spot to cast because this is the deepest spot, but I lean up, I barely ever get anything over here. I think because this is the spot people use to cast net, try to get shad and stuff, so it spooks them. It wouldn't spook the bigger fish, except, people cast for the bigger fish too, which is really irritating sometimes. Be fishing over here 3-4 hours and trying to catch a nice bass, and a guy come down with a cast net and catch, what is it, big one in a cast net and take it home. It's not the idea that the lake is going to really hurt the lake that much doing that. It's just the idea of doing it, Kind of gets frustrating. Bad sportsmanship. I think I know our next spot, but this one's going to be tricky to get to because I'm going to have to run this over there, and I'm going to have to carry my scooter over the top of that bridge. It's going to take us a couple of minutes because where I wanted to fish down here, there's like 2 people sitting on the bench, just sitting there, and I don't want to put the feed on them that close to it. That's odd. I usually get a couple of bluegill or something down by the edge of this stuff down here. Heck. Line was doing something weird there. All right. Get our gear and we will move. Just take me a second to go back and get our stuff. Surprising what you can catch on a rooster tail. I mean, I've caught 3 species already. Nothing major, you know, nothing over a pound, but heck, on a really icky, yucky looking day today, like today, I'll take anything I can get. Got our scooter and our gear coming over. I'll grab you guys and my rods and we will move around to this other side. I haven't left you folks. I'm here. I'm here. Once we get over here, I'll check the chat. Assuming this stuff stays on my arms while I'm carrying it. All right, let's move on. Let's move on, folks. Yeah, I want to go over on the other side of there, so which means I'm going to have to carry you guys over there, drop you off, then come back for my scooter. Because the scooter doesn't do steps very good. Actually, I've never ridden them on a scooter, and I don't think I want to try. Well, there is one more guy down there on the lake. He's way down there. Heck, we could try over here for a minute. I haven't tried this spot this year. Cast her a couple times over here. Yeah, this is the edge of the... Oh, there's a nice little bass. I spooked. Oops. That's a nice little bass. Yeah, spooked. And I had the camera in the wrong direction there, didn't I? I was showing the side of me. See. Let's say, stay fishing, Redman. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Punderstuck. Let me reset this chat so I know where it is. So I don't lose my place again. All right, there we go. People in chat, I can't really read it. With that blue background, I can't see it. 6 people in, 44 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. We're going to get just a little bit closer here so I can get a good camera view. Army Mom says, hi, Danny, the Stinger Manny. Let's take a couple casts from buzzbait. What the hell? Name of the day is buzzbait, so Topwater. Let's see, where do I cast this? And then there are any trees behind me. It's gonna. I can't wait for my spinnerbait to come in. My actually, I think I ordered 3 of them, so I've got 3 of them. I got a couple backups, and here comes the rain. Yep, sprinkling rain already. They said it was going to start soon. It's a little drizzle, misty rain right now. Where'd my rooster tail go? I can't even feel it. I just seen it on the water. I can't even feel this rain as of yet. Now I'm starting to feel it. She's starting to rain now, folks. They said it was going to start, and they were right for once. Of course, yesterday was supposed to be doing this all day yesterday, and the majority of it there was nothing, and then it just blistered out rain. Let's move you guys over. That was just a thought here. This spot usually doesn't produce because it gets too many people fishing it. And I just dropped my Colonel Clink lens. Oops. Glad I noticed. Just dropped my daggone Colonel Clink lens. I thought I felt it come out. Yeah, I'm going to have to do 2 trips here. I'm going to have to come over with you guys, and I'm going to have to come back over and carry my scooter over. I got a nice little spot here I haven't tried all year long, and this is one of my nice little favorite spots. It ain't quite enough rain to get me off the water as of yet. And we have we have a goose. See that, folks? She's nested up. Here there, a goose. Yep, she's nested up right there. See, Crystal says, someone turn the heat up. It's cold. Yeah, it is. It's pretty dang cold out. It's like 50-something degrees right now. 52, 53. Let me go get my scooter. Hopefully I won't lose my signal, because this wall might mess with the transmission. Oh my God. Yep, she's starting to come down rain. And this cell phone here, this is not waterproof anymore. This front screen is cracked. Sorry if I was off feet for a second there. I had to go get the expensive gear. The stuff everyone helped me to You guys wouldn't have donated to the channel, I never would have been able to get to save up enough money to afford this scooter. I'd have never been able to afford her. All right, I don't know, let's cast a rooster tail here for just a minute. Make sure I'm on a good feed here. That's a cool little spot for the goose to be. Yeah, she's nested up. And I just cast in a dang tree. I'm off. Yeah, that's a deadly tree there. So many people have lost lures in that thing over the years. Yeah, I wasn't sure how long I was going to get to fish out here. This isn't enough to get me off the water yet. There is a little protected spot we can go over there for a little while. It's another really good spot for a crawfish type lure. Well, I don't see nothing right there, does there? There's usually a lot of little bluegill and stuff sitting there. Ah, rocks. Nothing there today. It's weird. Let's turn around, casting the other direction. There's another little pipe over here that sits underneath the water. This one's just a water line. That was a little fish on there. I didn't think that was a fish. It was so small. I saw the line going in. Out. Bunch of trees, Michael. Bunch of daggone trees. Yep, that's going to be a nuisance. Better. Find an angle. Sometimes you just got to fiddle with an angle until you get a spot where you can cast in certain areas. Especially when there's a lot of overhanging limbs and stuff in a spot. Surprised I didn't get anything to hit out there. There's usually a lot of crappie and bluegill and everything out there. And there's some line stuck in that tree. I thought I had the tree, but in reality, I had the other person's line stuck in the tree. Oh, that was a little guy. Wasn't very big. I'm going to take a couple minutes to cast the spot because there's a lot of spots out here deeper that seems like there was some fish out there deeper in that other spot. And I know I haven't cast the buzz bait over here yet. I'm going to. It's dragging that bottom. It's in trees, Michael. I felt that on that cast. It's starting to come down rain nicely right now. Just enough to make things a nuisance. Yeah, that rain is cold too. It's not warm rain. It's 50 degrees and that rain is colder than the air. Let's see, what do I do here? Where do I cast? Let's try one more cast in here really shallow and I'll switch to the buzz bait. Take a few bombs out here around this stuff. I have to get in too close, didn't I? Just a little too close. I'm not sure about the buzz bait, folks. I really am not. I don't think, because that rain is a lot more different than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be like warm. Oh, sorry, girl. I didn't mean to. She hissed at me. Sorry about that, girl. I knew you were there. Scared the heck out of me. Thought it was a snake. Is my chat frozen here? No, it ain't. All right. Sorry about this, girl. Let me get this a good angle here so I can cast this spot. It looks pretty good there. Yeah, I figured I had to get out today. If I was going to get some live time, it would have to be. She's starting to drizzle rain out here right now. Nice little misty, drizzly rain. Just enough to make it uncomfortable. This looks too good. Let me. I got to try that buzzbait over here. This looks too nice. This looks too nice, folks. Yeah, I see you, girl. No worries. Ah, crappy cast. Did it again. Trying to compensate getting underneath this tree. I'm getting in too shallow. Yeah, I think this might be the end of this trip, folks, because rain. Yeah, my scooter and rain do not mix. And I heard once it starts raining, it's not supposed to stop. It's just supposed to be off and on, steady all day. And the light stuff, I don't mind. It's not going to bother anything, but I could fish in this all day. I wouldn't care, but I don't want to ruin my camera gear. And my scooter all for the sake of a couple more minutes out here. I sure wanted to go 2 hours. I'm trying to get underneath that tree for the last 5 minutes. Haven't been able to get there. I'm not quite close enough, but it's better. Yeah, she's drizzling rain pretty good right now, folks. I sure would have hoped for them to be get a few good strikes in the rain, but yeah, it might not happen. It might not happen today. We've got what, 2 largemouth, a bluegill, crappie. Hasn't been a total loss. It's been a nice little fishing trip so far. Nothing too unreal, but the Purnell says, "Hey, here, fishy, fishy, fishy." Yeah, we're working on it, Purnell. We've caught a few. Drizzling rain. 50-degree temperatures, not exactly the best time to fish, but not exactly the worst either. I keep casting that buzzbait, but I don't seem to be getting nothing on it. The rooster tail, at least I'm getting a few strikes. And I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stay out here. My electric scooter and rain do not mix. It's just not a good thing. I was wondering how long I could get out here before it started pouring down rain, and looked like about an hour and 40 minutes. I'm glad I got this much live time, to be honest. Gotta get out here fishing with folks, catch a couple. Said nothing major, but definitely a few nice little fishies. Hey, it looks like it might be slackening. I knew I saw that area where the clouds were putting out rain. That word, that term eludes me still. Storm front, cloudburst, whatever you want to call them. I could see it from a distance. It just had to keep getting closer and closer and closer. That was a nice little fish. Just hit it, popped off. And I know this is early for me, folks, but I had to get out now, or I wasn't going to get any live time. And it's going to be doing this for days, so I woke up in the morning and heard it was going to be pouring down rain off and on all day. I figured, you know what? If I get an open time, I got to get out. All right, we're going to take one more cast here. I'm going to get the scooter. I'm going to move down a little bit, and I'm going to check that chat out. I don't want to leave my gear that far away, unfortunately, you know. I don't worry too much, but never know. I don't want to tempt it. That's our another species here. Oh, come back here, little guy. Come back here. Come back here. Yeah, I've been missing a lot of these suckers. That's a bluegill. That's our fourth species. Yeah, that's a cute little bluegie. He's got a little messed up top of his tail, but that part heals pretty good. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. Hey, we're still catching fish. We are still catching fish. Let's see what is going on with the chat. Says, hi, Army Mom. Danny says, was busy. See, Christina says, Topwater action. Yourself right. And, yeah, I've had a few busts at that Topwater, but I think it's just a little bit too early. Like even that little bluegill, he was right up at the surface. And I apologize, I can't understand that, but if you could speak English, it'd be okay. Oh, a little open. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just, yeah, it's okay. I mean, I just don't mean. You're more than welcome in the chat and all that other stuff if you could. It's okay, because you know there's some jerks out there that will put some bad stuff in a different language and try to bother you. Hey, what's going on? Anything? Caught a couple little bass on rooster tail, maybe biggest one's maybe about a half pound. Yeah, it's this weather, man. It's 89, 85 degrees one day and it's friggin' 50 the next. Kind of messing with them. About an hour, hour and a half. I've caught a lot of other things. I've caught a couple bluegill, a couple crappie, a couple little bitty baby bass. So it ain't been a total loss. That's goose setting right there. She's nested up. Watch it if you come over here. I'm using a little rooster tail. A little rooster tail, like an inline spinner. Yeah, you just reel that continuously. Try to keep the blade spinning right over the bottom. Usually get a bite. Good luck. Yeah, it looks like my scooter's staying dry. Yeah, we're gonna move over and I'll check that chat again. I've almost figured this out as to how I need to keep my, so that I can use it on the scooter. I've almost figured it out. It's attached. It just, I'll probably have to use some brackets, to be honest. Sorry about getting bumped around. The only problem is once you get it on here, it's hard to get it off. All right, this looks like a nice little spot to set up and take a few casts. What's going on with chat? Little open. We have a lot of messages removed here. Full episode number. Please give. I guess you're wanting a shout out. It's just I can't read your name. Please gives directions to. I guess you're wondering where we are. We're in the United States in St. Louis, Missouri. Where'd I put that other rod? I grabbed everything else. I didn't grab my rods. Duh. Yeah, this is a public park. It's called Fairgrounds Park. I don't mind telling everyone exactly where I'm fishing. I don't mind the competition. Just please, when you come out, leave it as you found it. Please. Even if there's garbage everywhere, don't leave your garbage too. Don't make a bad thing worse. Starting to rain again. She stopped for a minute. Now she's starting to rain again. I'm going to try the buzz bait here in a second. I just want to make sure there's no little bass in them. I'm not sure if that... got right around the stick right by the bank. That's better. Just a little bit too far out, but still do. Yeah, I've got a barbless single hook rooster tail on, which makes it so that you don't hurt the fish but it's also you don't hook up on as many. Basically, it's worth it so you don't wind up hurting the fishes badly. You can catch them, release them a lot more if you do it like this. That's a nice little fish just hit the surface there. That looked like a little bass or something. Wasn't very big, maybe a half pound, but still a nice little fish. Yeah, here comes the rain again. These are bigger drops. Might be heading for cover here. I do not want to get my gear messed up because of sitting out in the rain. I was hoping to make a 2-hour feed. We're getting close. Caught a few nice fish. Nothing monstrous, nothing huge for this lake, but we're out here. We're keeping up with it. And like I said, when I get time that's open and I'm looking on the radar and see that there ain't no rain coming for a couple hours, I'm gonna hit it, because the next couple of days it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be hour and a half of rain, hour and a half of not, hour and a half of rain. So we're gonna do our best to keep fishing, keep on out here, and keep catching. Dang it! Come on, Dale. There we go. There we go. Yeah, my reel does not like the rain either. Yeah, this is our topwater. This is our buzzbait. I'm hoping there's a few down here that might be around these edges coming in. With this little bit of rain, might come up and bust out of topwater. But I'm hopeful. I'm praying, hopefully, but wouldn't be the worst thing if they didn't. It was just an idea. It's right at the temperature range where they might start thinking about it, but plus I got to start getting them used to the buzzbait again. Basically, it just means that I got to piss them off with it long enough for them to start wanting to hit it. Thing. They might not hit it today, but they might hit it a couple days from now. I think we're still on feed if I get down here right by this point. This rock point here. Come on, buddies. I know you're there. I just know I'm getting a few bass's attention. They don't want to come up for it all the way yet. I've had one bust up behind it. He just kind of, you could see he's like, I don't want to get up to get that thing yet. Just for the heck of it, we'll bomb one on here deep. Not like it matters. Probably nothing out there deep, but we'll try. I think I got one more spot left in me before this rain's gonna get me off this lake. I don't think I want my scooter to get wet any more than it already has. We're just gonna move right down here to this next spot. Take a few more casts. Hopefully I can end the day on a fish. I think we've broken by the 2-hour barrier already. And I know I'm interrupting Bob's feed today, but I had to get out. I mean, it's the only time I can come out. It says, Mike, I think he's lost, not making any sense. Yeah, I think he's trying to use a translator. And you know, those translator stuff doesn't work all the time properly. Yeah, it's actually pretty dang cold out here right now. That drizzle rain, 50 degrees. Four, 5 mile per hour winds. Little guy, God, that was small. I was one of them little itty bitty baby bass again. Yeah, that's some bad storms there. That looks like some thunderstorms coming. I sure would like to end the day on a fish. Dang it, the little suckers are just. I don't know how they can grab that rooster tail and miss it. I can feel them roll on the thing. They're just not getting hooked up. I got a stick. Yep, stick. How long have we been in, folks? Oh yeah, we're over the 2-hour barrier. Yeah, we are definitely over the 2-hour barrier. Cornell says I usually pick up on other people's trash. Yeah, there is so much of it in this lake that if I did that, I wouldn't have any time to fish. I really would. But that's what I'm trying to say is that, you know, don't make a bad thing worse by leaving your trash too. I already had to. Oh, that was a little. God, that was small. That was like a tiny, tiny little guy. Yeah, I'm surprised we got 2 hours out here. It's just that rain slowing down. It's like a little misty, icky, yucky rain. Just enough to get your face a little wet and get water on your glasses and on the screen. And I'm not even supposed to have that scooter out in any kind of rain. We'll move just a little bit further here. I'm just going to turn the camera around here, and we're just going to fish this last spot right here. We're just going to fish this last spot right here. All right. Maybe there's a good bass sitting down here. Nice crappie or something. That'd be nice. That's a little sucker. Man, that stuff sucks. Just enough wind and rain to make it suck. It takes some nice force to get it out there in this wind. I wish I had one of my spinner baits, but they ain't coming for another day or two, so I'll just about bought an off-brand so I can get them earlier, but I know how those off-brands are. They fall apart after 2 or 3 fish. Yeah, if this was the middle of summer and it was doing this, hard pressed to be able to cast a buzzbait down here without getting it pulverized. But early spring, I thought it was an idea. It was worth the effort. It was worth casting it. I have one pop at it. Definitely, they're definitely getting close to thinking about it. Man, them are little. You guys believe how small them fish are. Just bing, 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 bing. And no point in trying to go down to the river with this kind of stuff going on. This kind of wind and rain and stuff. It's just, yeah, it would not be, it'd be miserable, really. No better term for it. It'd just be miserable. All right. Yeah, I think this might be my last cast. This wind and rain and stuff is just 2.5 hours out here. I think that'd about do it for me. Plus, I think I just got my last rooster tail snagged. What is that? I got it out at least. All right, that cast did not count because I got crap on it. That cast didn't count. We're gonna have to do one more. We're gonna have to do one more. I'm slowing her down as much as I can. That's how you can tell I'm dragging the bottom. Crap on it. right. I think that rain about does it for me, folks. Yep. 2 hours and 10 minutes out here. I think that's about it for me.